Hi, I'm Garcia.
I'm Telly.
And this is today's Renaissance
Part 2.
And today we are speaking with one of our great friends, Mr. Myles Sexton.
Oh my gosh, he is such a visionary. Guys, he wears so many hats.
He is most definitely an artist.
Hands down.
You know, makeup artist.
Makeup.
He's even done a reality web series. Nord magazine.
Yeah. Oh geez,
like
the
he's
list
done
goes on.
so many great things. He's so talented, and we're so happy to present him to you guys today. We're gonna expose him
in a good way. Don't get any ideas,
That's
y'all.
it.
Okay, in a clean, happy, precise way. Is that Myles?
No, that must have been someone else.
It's just pretending to be Myles.
But here's our chat with Myles Sexton.
Enjoy.
In the beginning, and I think you guys know, like,
Right.
It's been going on maybe almost 4 years
Almost
now
4
that
years
we've known
now.
each other.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, time just totally speeds by.
flies.
I'm just remembering the first time we met
It
Myles.
was so rough.
And
At that party.
yeah.
And we were like, oh my gosh, look at that guy over there. And
You're
he was so
hilarious.
cool. You were like 10 feet tall and this amazing necklace on and this amazing like leather skirt. And we were
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, Kirsty, look at that guy. He looks so cool. But I want to go over and say hi to him, but I don't think he's going to like us.
So funny.
We're not dressed that great. We were such nerds. But then
love
you said, no, we're gonna go over.
Yeah.
We're gonna say hi. And the rest was
It's
history.
true, and we fell madly in love.
Yeah.
Madly in love.
And now here we are.
We are.
Yeah.
Crazy people in the park.
It's true.
Artistic people in the
Yeah,
park.
exactly.
And parts how you
Totally.
can-
Well, I think I started in kind of self-portrait, like art. So I was I would do my makeup and dress up kind of crazy, and I would be in my small town of 2,000 people, and would take pictures of myself and then post them on the internet, which was kind of funny. So MySpace was really big back then, and YouTube, and you know, that's where I began. And then I graduated at 17 and moved into the city, and I got signed as a model there, and it sort of kind of was the leeway into the industry is when I got signed with a modeling agency. And modeling was so expensive, so I had to pick up something on the side. So I was always good at kind of makeup, so makeup and modeling kind of went together. I was learning being backstage as a model, from the makeup artist, but then also wanting to do it myself. In that moment of being from a small town where you can't create, you know, it's really hard because when you're different or if you're artistic, it's kind of down upon a little bit, you know, especially in high school. And
Oh, true.
so it's I always kind of think back to those moments of I was kind of suppressed from creating, but now I have the opportunity where I'm living in a city with a blank canvas. So it's why would I not create, you know? So whether it's something that I'm good at or something that I have no idea about, launching a magazine, you know, I've tried so hard to I always said I wanted to be the man that I wish I knew existed when I was a kid, because I didn't have accessibility to see the outside world really, because we didn't really have much internet or a lot of TV that I could see the diversity within the world. I think it's kind of crazy to say I'm 24 now, you know, and I'm fully into my career, which is
many
nuts.
hats you
Yeah,
wear for 24.
totally.
So many hats you wear.
Makeup, to be honest, the entire length of my career has always sort of kept everything else alive, you know? It's funny that it's just always makeup, there's been so much more money in it over everything that I've done, which is great. So it's kind of supported all of my side projects that I wanted to do. And it's funny that it's you know, maybe it always hasn't been the center focus for me, but it's always kind of continued to grow and continue to go. And now it's it's crazy. I just recently, over the last year, I've been working with Lancôme for, I'd say two, almost 3 years now. And now I'm their regional makeup artist for Ontario, which is really exciting. And the education director for Sephora and Lancôme. So it's been it's crazy. But I don't know, makeup has always been a part of me, and it's just I never realized how much I loved it. And I think now that I'm in education, it's a different side of makeup, because now it's not so much me trying to prove myself, it's me helping people.
Which I'd like to move on with Nord.
Yes.
Nord magazine.
Yeah.
One
The
of
name
our
alone,
favorite magazines.
right? It sounds so powerful.
I'm glad you
Nord.
like it.
No, it's
Sounds so
great.
strong.
Well, it was funny because my best friend Jonathan Hooper and my business partner within Nord, we when we started this together, and you know, it was funny because we were trying to figure out a name for the magazine, and I'm kind of really obsessed with more Nordic culture, or the old German language, which is kind of interesting. So, and I saw the word north, but it was interesting because in the German definition, it means the highest point under the sun just to the left. So it's like when I think about like on a map, like Canada and where we are, I'm like, oh my god, we're like, if you think about it, we're just like north and to the left, which I was like, oh, that's so cool. So it's like, we're like, well, this is like the perfect name for like our type of magazine. And
Definitely.
you know, it's crazy for even when I travel to New York and they're like, oh, you guys have a fashion week in Canada, and I'm like, we have so much bloody talent here, and then if we don't like link it, then it's never going to get recognized. And so it's really kind of been our focus of like, let's show Canadian content, but let's get an international readership on this. So
what makes Canada stand out from the New Yorks and the Milans?
I think we have the highest like amount of diversity in terms of like cultures from all over the world. So we're seeing like there's not like I feel like there's not a Pacific aesthetic because every designer is so drastically different. And I think like the up and coming talent that we have is really quite crazy. Also, I think that what we have that other people don't have is street style. Out of anywhere I've traveled in the world, I will be honest, like walking down Queen Street, you will see more street style than anywhere I've ever traveled. It's like, you know, this vibe that Queen Street has, I think is so unique to anywhere else in the world. And from just in myself, like I think that I found it kind of depressing is when I went to Paris, when I was modeling for Fashion Week, I was like so gung-ho and excited to see like what everyone was wearing. And I felt like I was like in Star Wars and it was like Attack of the Clones. And like everyone was in like white blouses and like pencil skirts and like every guy was in a fitted suit. And I'm like, really? Like this is like, you know, this is the fashion capital of the world. And this is what I'm gonna see. I'm like, I get more inspired walking down Queen Street. I think last season at FAT like broke my heart that I wasn't showing. To be honest, like I think I was just I've been going through like a bit of rebranding, I think, as you all know. When you remember me before, I was, you know, very alien, elven-like. And you know what? My body has just changed so much over the last 2 years. I think that, like, you know, now facial hair appears on my face and I'm like, you know what, I couldn't go through another fashion week like having to shave my face after like every night because it was like my face was bleeding. I was like, I can't do this. Like I'm you know what, the androgyny is like it has to shift a little, you know? So it's like I'm embracing androgyny in a new way.
Thank you for staying in Toronto.
Because, it's important. This is the home and it's such an amazing blank canvas. I don't know, I couldn't, after traveling everywhere, I couldn't imagine not living anywhere else. So
Canada's blushing.
Yeah.